This is QTV News. I am Amudu Gajaga and thanks for joining us. First, our headlines. Having stated his intention to register a political party this month, President Adama Barrow has left it till the last day of the last month of the year to do so. The Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of the Gambia sends out a New Year's message of peace. The Fonyi Agency for Rural Development, FARD, established to help development in the Fonyis, holds its second FARD First. In another New Year's message, Reverend Hannah Caroline File-Hyman, the presiding bishop of the Gambia Methodist Church, urged followers to reflect on the past to make a better future. 4 years after it was announced, how effective has the ban on the use of plastic bags been? And the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs announces a change in the prices of fuel as from 1st of January. For more on these and other stories, stay tuned. Welcome and thanks for joining us. This is QTV News. President Barrow had announced on Sunday, 8 December, during his final meeting in the capital Banjul, as he wrapped up his 2019 constitutionally mandated countrywide tour, his intention to register a political party this month to seek re-election in 2021's presidential election. The Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of the Gambia urged Gambians to jealously guard the country's peace and stability. Reverend James Allen Yao Odiko made the remarks in his New Year's message to Christians. Ansumana Esonyasi has more details.
Reflecting on the past 12 months and looking to the year ahead, the Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of the Gambia, Reverend James Allen Yao Odiko, says Gambians are among the most peaceful and hospitable people in the world. Therefore, he says it is important that they continue to nurture the peace and tranquility that the country is known for.
As an individual, a family, a community, a country, what have we achieved? What has been our challenges? The most important question each one must ask is, how did I contribute to these achievements or to these challenges through my attitude and activities? Have I been faithful and honest in carrying out my duties and responsibilities to the one true and supreme God?
Furthermore, the bishop also implored Gambians to encourage the culture of forgiveness, adding that given the country's recent history, it is only through forgiveness that we will heal as a nation.
Shocking revelations of human rights abuses were exposed. Unfortunately, the perpetrators of these acts were people who had responsibility to protect such rights. Notwithstanding the damages done, some people were thankful to God that the truth has been revealed and have demonstrated the love of God to forgive. Bearing in mind that vengeance belongs to God, who is faithful and just.
Turning his attention to some of the major events of 2019, Bishop Odiko says the past year was a challenging one. However, he expressed hope that 2020 will be a prosperous year for all Gambians. He prayed for peace and stability to continue to reign in our dear motherland, the Gambia. Ansumana Esonyasi for QTV News.
The presiding bishop of the Gambia Methodist Church urged followers to reflect on the past to make a better future. Reverend Hannah Caroline File-Hyman made these remarks in a New Year's message. Ajibintu Drame reports.
Christians in the Gambia joined the rest of the world to welcome the year 2020. In her New Year message, Bishop File says 2020 is another year of hope, courage and trust in God. The presiding bishop of the Gambia Methodist Church says people should reflect on the past and then work out the vision and goals for the new year. She adds that it is important for all Christians to continue to pray for greater good of the country as it experienced lots of bad revelations in 2019.
In the year 2019, here in the Gambia, we have seen and heard about the sufferings of many people as they tell their story to the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparations Commission, the TRRC. As we listen to their stories, like Jeremiah, we recognize their suffering, and we too go through their suffering and tragedy with them. We hear of their walk in darkness and the desperate place in which they found themselves. For many, going through the times of their afflictions must have felt like God had abandoned them.
She also implored Christians to have faith in God and exercise hope and patience.
With God as their enemy, where is strength? Where is love? Where is mercy? Where is hope? Where is peace and goodwill? We too can say like Jeremiah, our strength and our hope have perished from the Lord. When as a nation in 2019, we have seen young people leave their homes in chasing the phantom of greener pastures elsewhere, and many have suffered terribly and even died on their desperate journeys.
The Reverend Hannah Fall said people should embrace the new year 2020 with hope and courage, with a confident resolve to hold on to God, especially in teaching our children to trust in God.
Let us therefore go into the new year 2020 with hope and courage. We trust in God and with a confident resolve to hold on to the God who has brought us through so much and sustained us through it all to see this day. Let us as a nation have faith in God. Let us therefore encourage our children and young people to put their trust in God.
She concludes by wishing that peace reign in the Gambia with good health, steadfast love and mercies. Ajibintu Drame, QTV News.
Plastic bags are still on the shelves despite a ban announced by the government in July 2015. Users have complained that the alternative is costly and unsuitable. Our reporter Bintu Coker went to find out, and this is our report.
Plastic bags are made of various toxin chemicals that are sources of various diseases, as well as disorders in humans. In recognition of these grave dangers, the government of the Gambia imposed a ban on the importation and sale of plastic bags and seek the strict cooperation of all importers, sellers and users. This was the announcement made by the Gambian government in 2015. The big question is, are the laws enforced? Fatou Jane, a vendor at the Serekunda market, says she doesn't have suitable alternative to plastic bags. I am still using plastic bags because I haven't seen a proper alternative for my business. I must put my product in a plastic bag to avoid bacterium. Also, plastic is transparent and my product can be seen clearly by the buyers. The other bags are colored, which means it is difficult to display your product. For Modu Cisse, the cost of the alternative bag is too expensive for the kind of business he runs.
If we have an affordable alternative for my kind of business, I will stop using plastic bags. I can sell a cup of rice for $5 and give a bag costing $5 to the customer. The cost of the alternative should be looked at.
At the time of the ban, it was said that the National Environment Agency officials, law enforcement officers and local authorities at the regional, municipal, district and village levels had been instructed to diligently execute and enforce the ban on plastic bags. We contacted the National Environment Agency to shed light on the issue, but Perhaps due to the upcoming public holiday, no one was available to grant us an interview. Bintu Koka, QTV News.
The Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs wishes to inform the general public that domestic pump prices of petrol, diesel and kerosene will now sell at $52.60, $54.92 and $49.21 respectively, with effect from January 1st, 2020. We will go with a short commercial break, and when we return, we hear what happened when youngsters from a technology foundation called the Ministry of Information to showcase their skills, and what is there to look forward to from the second Senegambia run for integration. Join us after the break for these stories and more.
Gambia Kuto Sankuto album Kuta Kutalo. Jeliba Kuyate grand new album launching Democracy Nyemunene Majole Titariko Kono. Tilitang Anin Killing January Sankuto Kono 2020 Q City Nintalang Konon Tosida. Denkil Kuta Kutalo Ambiance Julukuntubalo Wolungo Q City Kufe Matije. Tickets ordinary $500, VIP $1,000. Ndanan Otetina Jeliba Kuyate Tinataji album bu best tak Democracy 11 January 2020 ca Q City kero Q City dinañ ko wàccee ba zero tickets $500 VIP $1,000 defar leen ba mu baax ngeen ñëw ñu defante taranga ñaaka fa ten wóorut. Jeliba Kuyate album launching Democracy is dedicated to all, especially Gambians in the diaspora.
QCell is 10. This December, as part of our 10-year anniversary celebrations, QCell is on a giveaway spree. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and correctly answer the questions that will be posted on our social media pages every day. Or call into our Sunibus Hour radio show on Q Radio 103.3 Monday to Thursday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and stand the chance to get one of our amazing giveaways. It's going to be a great month of giveaways. QCell, a decade of innovation, a lifetime of trust.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is QTV News. Children at Kids in Technology Foundation on Monday made a courtesy call to the Ministry of Information to showcase the various skills they have learned. Maria Tussar reports.
The children at Kids in Technology Foundation were trained in various computer skills, including computer programming, database management, coding, creative designing, leadership skills, and web designing, amongst others. Kids in Technology is a foundation which aims to create a community of thinkers, innovators, and inventors in the Gambia. Kausu Jabi, the founder, gave a brief background on the basis in which the foundation was established.
During my sessions with the students, our first topic was the fundamental concept of computer. I introduced them to the part and function of the computer. It was a bit hard and challenging to make them understand since they were all newbies in computer then. Some weeks later, all of them learned some of the components of the computer, and also they knew how to start and shut down their various computers. After building confidence in computer parts and function, they were further introduced to Mavis Bacon, where they learned how to type and understand the keyboard better.
Ibrahim Asilla, the Minister for Information, Communication and Infrastructure, expressed amazement at seeing kids as young as 12 display such a high knowledge of technology.
As a Minister of Information Technology, I am extremely delighted and I was amazed, I have to say, by the level of intelligence of these young people. We have seen what some of them have displayed here, the generic houses that they have programmed by themselves, and also the building of websites, which really is a rare opportunity, especially in this country, now that we have seen that a lot of businesses are going digital.
Lalia Haidara, a student of Birkama Methodist and a trainee at the foundation, said it is a great opportunity for her. Fatoumata Drame also explained the things she learned at the foundation.
I feel like I'm kind of lucky because it's not a right, actually it's a privilege to be part of Kids in Technology, and I learned many things which I know that can benefit my country, my nation in many other ways as I go further.
I feel happy to be part of Kids in Technology, and I learn paint, typing and creative designs.
The foundation aims to create a platform with proper mentorship for kids to fully unlock their potential in modern-day technology. The use of computer is necessary because it helps people to access real-world opportunities. More than just a science, coding enables students to develop important personal abilities like their sense of creativity and self-expression. For QTV News, I am Maria Tussar.
The second edition of the Senegambia Run for Integration is scheduled for January 17, 2020. The long-distance run will begin in Barra and end in Dakar. For more on that story, here is the report. Athletes are expected to turn up again in numbers for a second time for a run considered to be one of the longest distance runs in Africa, stretching more than 300 kilometers. So far, 5 institutions in the Gambia have shown interest to take part in the event. Senegal is expected to send in teams to be part of the event.
The run this year is going to start from Barra and not from Farafenni as it was last year. It's going to start from Barra, and therefore it's going to be longer this year than last year, because from Barra to Kaula is longer than from Farafenni to Kaula. So it's going to increase the length. And this year, we are going to introduce women in the events. And each team is going to register 10 men and 2 women. And the women will start the run at each segment of the run. The run will start in Barra, and the women will start the run. And they will do 7 kilometers. This is the plan.
Also, as part of the events around the main run, Guinea-Bass is unveiled as the brand ambassador of the run. Guinea won the 200 meters gold medal in the 2019 African Games and competed in the women's 200 meters final at the World Athletics Championship in Doha.
If somebody was to tell me that a Gambian would win the 200 meters in the All Africa Games, I would say no way. We've never done it. Nobody has done it. And Gina Bass has done it. And really we need to promote her. We need to show her off. We need to project her. And if we have an event like this that covers the whole of the sub-region, I think it's nice if we can have her as our special guest of honor, and then to give her a special vehicle with an escort, and then she will follow the run. And we'll introduce her to, in all the cities that we are going to be.
This event under the auspices of Camp Africa is organized in collaboration with the Senegalo-Gambia Permanent Secretariat as a Senegambia event to nurture peace and unity among the youth of the Senegambia region and is extended to the world at large. It also seeks to promote understanding and our shared cultural heritage. The event also has a huge potential to enhance tourism in both the Gambia and Senegal. Fonyi Agency for Rural Development, FAD, over the weekend held their second edition of the FAD Festival in Buyam, West Coast region. The organization, which was established last year, aims to help in the development of communities in the Fonyi region. Babakar C has more details.
The festival also serves as a fundraiser to support projects they intend to implement, including education, health and agricultural development in the Fonyis. The second edition of the FAD Festival is themed "Government Alone Can't Do It All," and thus as citizens of their region, they are playing their part in national development. Lamin Tamba, a member of the association, tells us more.
The people themselves have to stand up and develop it. And when we set up FAD, we said we're going to put people together. And these people are going to come together regardless of political affiliation, regardless of tribe, regardless of whatever social commitments they have or social status they have. We decided we're going to set it up so that we can all come together. And people from all political parties. I know politics it ignites tension, it ignites that passion in our communities. That's good. But sometimes we got to get something that detaches us from our politics, something that takes us away from our politics, and we say, okay, this is a sense of belonging. This is a sense of community. Let's come together and create our community. Once we've done that, when it's political time, you go green, he goes yellow, that one goes gray, that one goes red, that one goes somewhere else.
Guest speaker Ismaila Sanyang, while speaking about the importance of such organizations in our communities, centered most of his speech on youth development and education.
It is apt because education is one of the pillars which FAD intends to endeavor to improve. Mr. Chair, education has the ability to transform the youth, society and country. However, such education should be purposeful and respond to the social, economic and political needs and realities of time. Therefore, not only should youth be granted access to educational opportunities, but be guided in the process to enhance the pursuit of career choices. Such investment in youth at secondary level should be institutionalized.
Mr. Sanyang challenged the FAD executive to devise a scheme to help the youth of the region. He stresses that environment and climate change has taken its toll in the country and that youth should take the lead in preserving the environment.
When we drove along the Trans-Gambia highway from urban Gambia, when we drove, rode bicycles, came on horse carts and walked to Biam to attend this meeting, there is an increasing economic activity on the environment leading to noticeable depletion of forest cover countrywide. In the Gambia, the youth are well aware of the relationship of deforestation and the adverse effects of climate change. Water bodies have dried up, natural animal drinking points are nowhere, and an important aspect of the wealth of rural communities and security has been lost. Our livestock are depleted in significant numbers. Our farmland that used to be fertilized by the dropping of our livestock are depleted in nutrients. The price for chemical fertilizers are exorbitant for the rural farmer, and therefore yields continue to decline in addition to other factors. Therefore, our sustainable use of forest resources needs a second thought.
The Fonyi Agency for Rural Development is proud to showcase Senegambian culture and share the 3-day event with performing arts as well as education and sensitization of members on health and education, among others. According to the organizers, they are hoping for the government's assistance in marketing the event and turning it into a major tourist attraction, which will in turn generate foreign exchange. Babukar C, QTV News.
Before we end this news bulletin, let's have a quick look at our main news stories. Having stated his intention to register a political party this month, President Adama Barrow has left it till the last day of the last month of the year to do so. The Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of the Gambia sends out a New Year's message of peace. The Fonyi Agency for Rural Development, FAD, established to help development in the Fonyis, held its second FAD First. In another New Year's message, Reverend Hannah Caroline Fayal Hyman, the presiding bishop of the Gambia Methodist Church, urged followers to reflect on the past to make a better future. 4 years after it was announced, how effective has the ban on the use of plastic bags been? And the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs announces a change in fuel prices as from 1st of January 2020. That's all we have for you in this edition of the news. Join us tomorrow for more news, and we wish you a pleasant new year in advance. Bye for now.